That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the year is 2023. Snap has huge momentum going into this year because they released their game to the global masses and everyone loves it. We all knew that was going to happen from the beta. Everyone started making content, started having in-person events, started to do a bunch of things around Snap that did not have to include just gameplay. But one person wanted to celebrate that on a big scale. They wanted to have a convention. A SNAPCON, if you will. So when Felicity reached out and said, "Hey Tech, I would like your name and your face on the cover of the flyer, along with some other content creators to help bring people to come to the event, help sell tickets," I was both honored and excited to do so. Because not only would I make sure I'm there, I would also hope that seeing me on the cover alongside the likes of Binks and others would make you want to come out and meet us and have a good time. So I did it. I think there were 2 posters that went out with about almost 20 content creators, and it was a success. From the VIP night 1, being able to hang out and meet people there for the first time, like Tucker, Prashawn, and a bunch of other members. It was great, and community members. It was great that first night. We had finger foods by the water, drinks, talking, laughing, all through the night. Then day 1 at the convention center, which I counted day 2, being able to see what phenomenal work TC, Felicity, Dan, Jolly Roger, the rest of the team did in that convention to make it feel Snap-like and exciting was huge. We had booths where you can go and play pod games in Default Dan's channel. Then we had the major stage where Felicity was streaming on her channel, where we had Snap Jeopardy, Snap Pictionary, and even Snap panels where even myself was up there talking about how you get into Snap and content creations, etc., etc. So the stage was set, the place was wonderful, the vibes were right, and it was a good time. We had a lot of things planned for SnapCon. Outside of just the normal convention things, I was part of the WSF, which bring you back to the championship belt. I was the champion. WSF, again, Eddie and GC did a great job. We had storylines. We had a plethora of things leading up to this event. This was like our WrestleMania. And the way WSF works compared to WWE, AEW, is that those factions or those federations can give you a story and you have to run with that. With this, there's no real way to control Snap, as you know, because RNG is the end-all be-all. So shout out to GC and Eddie being able to have 2 different versions of their story. If A happens, we go this way. If B happens, we go that way. Being able to see your favorite content creators in a different light, being a different character, is pretty cool. My character was more of a cocky, arrogant, but still loved by all character, kind of like a Stone Cold, I would say. And leading up to SnapCon, we had one of the matches where I had to fight the champion, Default Dan, the monster, for the belt. The storyline that was happening, there was a Hip Squad involved. Hip Squad beat up Dan. Hip Squad beat up the Mixed Pixel King. Hip Squad did a bunch of crazy things. And at this point, the match is here and something crazy happened. I was able to get the Infinite on the board early enough. I was able to Zola the Infinite, win the championship match. And at that moment, I was champion. I was excited, couldn't wait to go to Tampa because of me winning that. I was told by GC and Eddie they would have a belt for me at Tampa. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we didn't have a championship belt yet, but at Tampa, at SnapCon, we will have a belt. I was presented with the belt day 1, walked around with it the entire day. It was phenomenal. Taking pictures with everybody. It was a great time. Having people touch the belt, it was good. Then that evening, I knew I had to defend my belt against Default Dan, but we still had some story to handle. And that story was who was part of the Hip Squad. So Eddie and GC got on stage. They were interviewing everyone, asking them if they were part of the Hip Squad. Tucker, Felicity, Jolly Roger, etc., etc. And then it came to the main event, STG versus the Monster. And that matchup was going well until the Hip Squad revealed himself. Jolly Roger and I forgot the other gentleman went and grabbed my mouse and keyboard so I can play. And at that moment, Default Dan won the championship back, took the belt, and ran off to the sunset. Now, that was just one part of SnapCon. We still had another day to go, and on that second day, we had some amazing events. We had pods, where you can fight your way to get back into top 32 and try to your chance at winning the championship match. And that championship match had money involved. Shout out to Team Impulse, who sponsored and put funds together to pay out the winners. I came through with one of my favorite decks of all time, the Cosmic Powers, where I have Lady Sif, Ghost Rider, Infinite, She-Hulk, Shuri, and Captain Marvel. And, you know, cool things you could do there. You can Shuri to Captain Marvel. On the last turn, you could play Lady Sif into Ghost Rider. It was really cool synergies, and I won a few games, but I did get knocked out pretty early in the top 32, which was great because I was able to then hang out with guests and cast some matches. But nonetheless, the best match, the final match, which I'll never forget, was against Rocco Sacco and W. He's a great content creator. He does big things. And Rocco Sacco, the same as well. So going into that final match, we had two amazing casters, Binks and D-Money. Now I remember this very well. It is the final turn 5, and both players snapped. Winner takes all at this moment. And Rocco Sacco only been playing on the right lane. Nothing in the middle, nothing on the left. W's winning the left. I think he has 10 on the left. He has 13 in the middle. Rocco Sacco has Sunspot, Misty Knight, Cyclops, and he plays Magic on turn 5. So when that happens now, turn 6, we have an extra turn to go. At this point, that location, I believe, was a location that gives you your starting hand if you filled it up. So he filled it up with Magic, turned it into Limbo. His hand got filled with 2 high Evo Hulks and 1 She-Hulk. I think he was aiming for the second She-Hulk, but I think he was 1 card off. At this moment now, he has options. If he floats, Sunspot gets a huge buff. Misty Knight does her thing. And if W plays in that lane, Cyclops does his thing. Both players are playing a version of High Evo. So at this moment, W has a big Hulk ready to go. I think it was like 24 power. And of course, so did Rocco. I think Rocco's was 22. He skips turn 6, of course. Sunspots bring that lane to 25 power along with Misty Knight. And then it happened. Decisions had to be made. Binks and D-Money is talking it out, trying to figure out what's the best play for each player. Rocco Sacco wasted no time. Confident. He says, you know what? I'm playing my 2 Hulks in the middle. She-Hulk, who's a 0-10, and his 22 power high Evo Hulk in the middle. So now, nothing's on the left. Don't worry. Not another Galactus story. W already have something on that left lane. So now W have a decision to make. Does he move his Jeff in the middle to the right lane, play the Hulk and Vibranium Mines? Or does he only play the Hulk and Vibranium Mines and hoping that Rocco Sacco splits his cards? Who knows? But at this moment, the clock is ticking. It's down to the final hour, the 25th hour. Then W makes his play. He plays the 2 cards on the right. His 24 power High Evo Hulk and his 4 power Vibranium Rock. Cards flip. Rocco gets the mid, of course. 34 power in the middle, beats that 13. Now, W's winning that right lane, but there was 1 power left because it was turn 7. Sunspot procs up. Cyclops does his brings their power down by 1. And Rocco Sacco is the champion. Everyone screams, yells, everybody having a good time. And that's how SNAPCon ended a little bit. But I want to talk about a few things. One of the most memorable things at SNAPCon, and why I implore you all, if you've never been to an in-person event for Snap, you should definitely do so. Local comic book store, local store, whatever it is. I highly, highly implore you to go ahead and check it out. 2 of my most memorable things from that day was day 1, hanging out with Binks, my bestie Chaos Pro, and Mark 5, walking the streets of Tampa looking for fish tacos. We walked miles, ladies and gentlemen, miles, because Binks wanted fish tacos. And we got to a point where we found the fish tacos, but me, Mark 5, and Chaos, we didn't want fish tacos. Binks and a few others went and got their fish tacos. Me, Mark 5, and Chaos Pro. I believe we sat in the Nathan's or a burger joint. Forgot what it was. But we had burgers and hot dogs. At that moment, we were chatting it up. I got to know Mark 5 more. I got to know Chaos 5. I got to know Chaos Pro more. It was a good time. And I'll never forget that. It was a great time. And of course, laughing and having a good time with Binks and the rest of the crew walking back to the event. Day 2. It was after SNAPCON was completed. And the tall guy. Yeah, it's Guest Gaming. I was 320 pounds at that time, guys. If you guys see any videos on the internet, you'll see how big I was. And Guest had me leave my hotel, walk to the miles to the convention center to say, hey, I know this awesome pizza joint. You're gonna enjoy it, can you? I know you're from New York. It tastes like New York pizza. You won't be disappointed. Let's get the crew. Let's all walk over there. No problem. That's exactly how he sounded. We were walking with a ton of people, and we were having a good time. Great conversations. It was always a good time. But what really had me pause and stop wasn't because it was hot and I'm 320 pounds trying to walk and catch up with these people. It wasn't because I was starstruck by someone I saw. No. I stopped in my tracks because as we were walking, the pizza spot was around the corner from my hotel. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, as I looked across, my hotel's there, the pizza spot's right here. And I'm like, wow, you mean to tell me I walked all this miles in the heat to come back to where I was? All you had to do was tell me where the pizza spot was. I would have met you there, guess. He didn't know. I get it. But I think he did know. Y'all know, guess. I think he did know. He was like, nah, we're going to make Ken walk his ass all the way over here and walk his ass all the way back. I know he did that. I know. Nonetheless, those are the fun times at SNAPCON. Everything was great. Shout out to Felicity again. Put on a phenomenal event. And yeah, if you guys like this type of content, again, all I ask is you guys smash that like button. Just keep smashing that like button. No, don't keep smashing. Smash the like button one time. If you want to subscribe, you can. I'm not going to tell you subscribe. I'm not going to tell you hit the bell. None of that. The way I know you guys like this content and I will continue is if you smash that like button for me. It really helps me out. It really gives me that feeling that you guys want more. Because trust me, I have a ton more to talk about. And since you made it this far, you know what? I'll give something special for you guys. Stick around for the end credits. You'll see something cool. Until next time, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I'll catch you in the next story.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever live World Snap Federation at SNAPCon.
STG!
Shake that body, party that ball. Shake that body, party that ball. Shake that body, party that ball. Come and have a good time with G.O.D.
I believe there's a God above me. I'm just the God of everything else. I put holes in everything else. New God flow, fuck everything else. Supreme dope dealer. Write it in bold letters. They love a nigga spirit like Pocket the Coachella. They said
What kind of entrance was that?
We
never approved this.
That's the champion right there with the belt live at SNAPCon 2023. STG, my buddy. To TikTok and YouTube Shorts here recently.
Yo, it's D-Money here. I am a full-time content creator as well. I live with my parents, and yeah, I stream on Twitch mainly, but I have been making some YouTube content, and that's about it.
It's gonna be really scary. We're gonna see how he manages the energy here. 25.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, Rocco is only 2 power behind on his Hulk. Just gonna stack it. He locked that in. Very confident in this play.
Wow, loving the huge power coming out, but I mean, it looks like W's going to be able to win over on the right side because he had a Hulk and he also had a Nebula coming out.
No, I mean, he's going to float one on the sunspot. The Cyclops is going to activate as well because I believe he's floating one here, right?
What was the second card he played? Oh, it was a Vibranium. So he would push out 28
if he stacks that all on the right, moves the Jeff.
Sunspot will go up 1.
He'd have to move the Jeff as well, I believe.
Move the Jeff as well. He'd have to find that line. But if he can move the Jeff, play everything right, that is a terrifying amount of power to dump down on the final turn.
That's a hard play to make. I mean, currently with the 10 power mid, you're contesting a She-Hulk, so you don't want to move the Jeff. It's going to take a big play from W. This could be it right here.
I mean, this is huge. This is where 4Q. If this game ends, this is going to be 4.
If they both lock it in.
For the tournament here, if we both lock it in.
He's got to make the call. Running out of time here. Under a lot of pressure, a lot of money on the line.
And I will say I'm very impressed by Rocco Sacco being cold-blooded. He played Hulk, She-Hulk middle, he to end turn.
Oh my gosh. Jeff does not move to the right. I don't think it's going to be enough. Vibranium coming down.
I don't think it's going to be enough with the Cyclops.
Sunspot going to go up +1. Misty Knight going to the
right. Gets him over the top. And Rocco Sacco wins it in an amazing final game.
Rocco Sacco is your SNAPCon 2023 tournament champion.